My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are... You are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Okay, you guys, the content that I have for you today is pretty interesting. Amid all of the protests against ICE, who have been terrorizing the streets and been allowed to by the Trump administration to just go and cause chaos in the streets and making people fearful of their lives, and even being able to shoot people with immunity all under the guise of their investigation being impeded. There have been a bunch of protests against ICE officers, and out of the blue, all of a sudden, one of the protesters that are out there to protect other protesters is the new Black Panther Party, spearheaded by Chairman Paul Songbird, or Birdsong. I think I might be saying his name wrong. But anyway, let's listen to him. This is actually the first video that I saw of this new Black Panther Party that is out now. So let's check out what he has to say.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles or shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's gonna be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies that makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you wanna correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher, you meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
No power to the pig.
All right, now, when I initially saw this, I was like, oh, that's what's up. We got the Panthers out here and helping with the people protesting. But then I started to think, well, damn, where the hell they been at? Like, it's been a whole bunch of stuff going on, even during the first Trump administration, COVID, George Floyd, the Obama administration, Trayvon Martin. I'm like, where was they at then? You know, I don't remember seeing new Black Panther Party show up because the original Black Panther Party has since been dismantled. We know that. So I had to do a little bit more research. But then I started to think, well, how do we even know this is actually any Black Panthers? How do we know these aren't actors being planted by Trump and them? You know what I'm saying? How do we know that they're not out there to make people think, oh yeah, we got the Panthers out here. So now niggas is gonna go out there and do ignorant shit because they think they got the Panthers out there to back them up whole time. Nah, these are some actors. So y'all go out there and do some ignorant shit just so they could eliminate even more of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was just my thought. I'm not saying that that's what I think is happening with this, but the evil genius side of my brain is thinking that far ahead. Like, that's what I would do. And if they are real, what lineage or what connection do they have to the original Black Panther Party to even call themselves the new Black Panthers? Why couldn't they align with the fuck around and find out crew, or no fucking around crew, excuse me? Why couldn't they call themselves the Black, I don't know, coalition, the Black Sentinels, something? Like when you're associating with the Panthers, you already are putting yourself on that list that they have of terrorist organizations. Not saying that the Panthers were, but that's what they tried to name them as. I just had a lot of questions when it came to this. But as the researcher that I try to be, I said, no, let's check out and see what else that they are out here doing, because according to a lot of people, they're actually out here doing a lot of good work. So let's check out some more videos.
All power to the people. Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for At the Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, the Black Panther stood with the Mexicans, stood with the...
And just open-ended, any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation?
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in a literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, you know, everybody say her name, Renee. Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is...
I've never, ever seen a clip of the Black Panther Party saying the name of a white woman. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just kind of funny to me, like... I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like, you know, and Renee is not a white only name, but it just imagine like if you was watching the clip of the Panthers back in the 70s and they all was marching and they had signs that said, Heather Lynn, Bethany, Karen, say her name, Karen.
It's the real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're going to get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because a revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice. You don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one. You know? So, and people worried about people being scared of him. Huey P. Newton also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here. Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us, now that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be...
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm kind of weary of people that breathe through their teeth. Like every time he like says something and then he needs to take a breath, he kind of breathes through his teeth like Method Man. See, Method Man does it. He's a rapper, so he does it during his bars, so it's performative. But when somebody's doing it in real time while they're actually talking, it actually comes off performative, which is kind of making me cringe a little bit, and it's got me looking suspicious. My spidey senses is panthering.
Scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people, or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify and arm yourselves and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Find you? Like on social media.
I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong on Instagram. You can find the Black Panther Party for self-defense on TikTok and Instagram. Black Panther Party is split up by chapter, so whatever state you are in, if there's a chapter there, type in BPP and the name of your state and it should pop up.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All power to the people. Hey, listen, check this out. You know, me and the comrades out here in Northeast Philly, you know why we're here? Because we was told ICE was hopping on the people over here, over at the Brazilian bakery and over here in the neighborhoods. Now, yeah, we came out here and we see like them Sprinter vans parked and all these blacked out vehicles parked, but it's like maybe they in their hotels getting some sleep or something, or maybe they knew that the Black Panther Party was coming, you know? Like I said before, and like I say it again, and like Huey Newton said back in the day, the Black Panther Party is an internationalist group. So we stand with all oppressed people, no matter what your ethnic background is, no matter what your cultural background is. We stand with all oppressed people. So a war on the immigrants of the United States of America is a war on everybody in America. It ain't just a war on people who just came here, or even people who've been here for a while and couldn't get their green card for whatever reason. See, they couldn't get their green card for the last... All power to the people.
All right, now this right here is a statement that he has prepared that he's going to read off. And I actually did watch this a little bit. This gave a little bit more validity, I think, to what they have going on. Again, it's really my black side. Like, I just don't trust anybody, period. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't trust them or they're untrustworthy or whatever the case is. I just got some questions, but I think this statement is going to help give a lot of validation to what they're actually doing for the community, in the community.
Deputy Chairman Paul Birdsong, reporting for At the Community Defense Duty. I have a statement here written by myself and original Black Panther Aaron Dixon. There have been a lot of rumors about the Black Panther Party for self-defense circulating, such as the use of drugs, the practice of chauvinism, and abuse, as well as criminal financial enterprise. Today we offer the public clarity in the form of truth about all such matters pertaining to the practices and ideas of the Black Panther Party for self-defense. First, regarding the accepted use of drugs. The party did not allow the use of hard drugs. Weed was occasionally used, and so was powder cocaine, which back then was as common a party drug as marijuana. If anyone used any hard drugs, they would be expelled. Never while doing party activities was drugs or alcohol used, as they were against party rules. And at the end of the party, Huey became addicted to crack, which led to his untimely demise. Nowadays that the Panther Party is back, drugs are completely outlawed. That's rule number one. Second, regarding the accepted ideological practice of chauvinism in the party, male chauvinism was not allowed in the party. The women of the party were very strong and would not allow that. Men did come into the party with chauvinistic tendencies and ideas, and they were checked when it happened. Men and women had the same duties, same roles, same authority. Oftentimes, men did most of the cooking in the party, and in places like Boston and Connecticut, women were in charge of the party. In 1974, a black woman by the name of Elaine Brown, all power to the people, became the chairman of the party. The Central Committee, which made most of the decisions for the party, was mostly women. Presently, the captain of the Michigan chapter of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense is a woman, as well as the captain of the Pennsylvania chapter and the captain of the Alabama chapter. Third, regarding the culture of abuse, there was no culture of abuse. We did have physical discipline for violations of party policies, especially disrespecting women. This remains to this day. For instance, if we test your knowledge of the 10 points and you come up short, you will have to do 100 3-count jumping jacks and 100 push-ups on the spot. If you disrespect a black woman or child, you will eat knuckles right there on the spot. We remain steadfast with these policies to this day, unapologetically. Fourth, regarding the use of criminal enterprises to fund our efforts, this is categorically incorrect. However, illegitimate capitalists were required to pay taxes to fund party survival programs. This is the part that I wrote right here. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense is here for the protection of the black man, woman, and child by any means necessary. We do this with a simple formula. We unify, educate, and we demonstrate to liberate. Things like drugs, chauvinism, abuse culture, and criminal enterprise are counter-revolutionary and therefore things we would not put into practice. I encourage everyone to get to know the members of the local chapter and not feed into counter-revolutionary and meaningless, purposeless rumors to do our people no good and only harm. All power to the people.
All right, all power to the people. That sound cool. I was wondering, like, how is niggas making money? How is niggas? Let me not say niggas. Let me say my black brothers and kings and queens and all of that. How are we funding all of this? How are we getting these weapons to defend ourselves? Is everything coming through donations? That's a lot of people donating because, you know, the economy is way different than what it used to be back in the day when the original Panthers was around. And I see that he, you know, kind of stayed on the point of chauvinism for quite a bit. When I first heard it, I thought he might have been pandering, but I understand that he was actually replying to some allegations that had been made against this party. And one thing I know is if you create something and it does good, if it's around long enough, there's going to be some allegations. There's going to be some people alleging that there's something negative going on. So the fact that he even had to make a statement regarding allegations against him of criminal enterprise and drug use and chauvinism lets me know that there probably is some validity to what they have going on. But apparently there's some validation missing here. Speaking of women, we have Huey P. Newton's niece, who who actually speaks out against them and says she's going to sue they black asses. Now, I don't know the whole situation. If it was me, if I was a descendant of one of the original Black Panthers, Medgar Evers, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, Eldridge Cleaver, if I was from that bloodline, I would try to meet with them and I would try to see what's going on. I probably wouldn't jump to the suing route, but instead, if I was really about that life and I was really trying to make a change, well, let's work and see what we can do together. But first and foremost, are you using our name and not supposed to be? Now, that's where I think a lot of this is coming down to. It's not just the fact that they're out here doing the work that they're doing. There's nothing wrong with the work that they're doing at all, you know? But you're using this name and this image and this likeness of a party that existed and has been since disbanded without any, according to what she's about to say, connection to the previous party members. Let's go.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to whip. Listen, this goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are... You are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Well, damn. See you in court, bitches is wild. And that's what I'm saying. If you are using and defaming my uncle's name, yeah, it's going to be some litigation and slow singing and flower bringing when my plagiarism alarm starts ringing. Now, this last clip that I have for y'all, actually, I think it perfectly expresses why some of this backlash that they're getting even exists.
Everyone knows the original Black Panther Party no longer exists. That's not the issue. The issue is legitimacy. If today's statements and protests are being spoken for by Paul Birdsong and not by Fred Hampton Jr., or organizations directly tied to the Panther legacy through him, then what we are seeing is not continuity, it's branding. And branding without accountability is clickbait. The Black Panther Party was not a costume or a social media moment. It was a disciplined political organization with leadership, structure, and community programs that produced real outcomes. They fed children, they educated the public, they understood state power and the consequences of reckless symbolism. There is no formal statement from Fred Hampton Jr. establishing an official Panther position on ICE tied to these protests. That fact matters. Black history is not a prop. Black struggle is not content. And using the Panther name without authorization doesn't honor the legacy, it exploits it.
Hey, that's a damn good point right there. So, again, y'all, it sounds like that they mean well and they're actually doing some positive things in the community, but to use the Panther name without authorization, and who knows, maybe they thought that they had authorization to do it. I don't know. I will reserve room for judgment until more facts and more information comes out. Like I said, my initial thought was that they were paid actors that were being placed to antagonize and cause chaos that would give people the false idea that they could actually get out here and wild the fuck out so that they could just use that as an excuse to lock up more people and shoot more people. It seems like they are a legitimate group that's out here doing the work, but how much validation do they have to be using the original Black Panther name? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, though. You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.